Hey, what's going on, people? This your boy P. Ross back in the building with another video. And right now, we're going to talk about the NPG Music Club. Arguably, the best years to me for the NPG Music Club was 2004, between 2004 and 2006. And specifically, we're going to talk about the Musicology store where most of the music was dropped. You know what I mean? Digital format and all of that. Let's not forget in 2006, Prince won a Webby for the NPG Music Club and all. It was a great site. Like, I love the forums and all that. But we're going to go ahead and go through some of this music that was actually dropped on the NPG Music Club between 2004 and 2006. All right. First, it looks like we have Mavis Staples, "You Will Be Moved," which is a great track. The single download was 99 cents, 77 cents for members. If you were a member, you automatically got a discount. All right. Then of course you had SST and Brand New Orleans. Again, two great tracks. You know what I mean? 99 cent, 77 cent if you a member. Then you had for some reason I got the "Call My Name" single up here, and the "War" single, which was $1.99 and $1.77 for members. All right. They had the "Kama Sutra" for download, the whole album, which was $7.77 for members. The whole Crystal Ball package, which looks like it was $38.85. Rainbow Children, of course, $7.77. One Night Alone Live, $23.33. One Night Alone Piano Solo, which was $7.77. Then you had C Note, which was $7.77. Expectation, which was $7.77. Then you had News, which was $7.77. Musicology, the album, which was originally, I believe Musicology, the album, was dropped first on the NPG Music Club before it came out physical. But I think they might have been giving it away as shows, the physical copy. All right. Then we had the Much Music video where he performed Musicology, Kiss, and DMSR. But that was $2.49. But I believe they just got the performances on here. You know what I mean? They don't have like the interview that he actually done. And then after the Much More Music, they have Reflection Live video with him and Wendy off of the Tavis Smiley show, which was a great performance. Now, one of my favorites, this was already released on Bootleg when he dropped it. What was so weird about the Music Club was he gave us singles from bootlegs that were already out. Like the Bataclan, I think it was 2002, One Night Alone show that actually came out on Bootleg. But the songs that we got, it was actually called the Bataclan single. 77 cents for members, NPG in This Funky House, and All the Critics Love You in Paris. Which was, this whole show was hot. You understand? Hot. Then we had Controversy Live from the Live in Hawaii, which was a funky ass track. Absolutely. Then we have the virtual B-side to Musicology, Magnificent. Now, if you remember Magnificent, to me, could be considered one of the great B-sides that Prince had ever done. And then let's go to the next mixer. We had Silver Tongue. Silver Tongue, if I'm not mistaken, was written by Nika Costa, and Prince sung it. And it was the virtual B-side to Call My Name. Great song, great emotional song. You know, if you haven't heard it, look it up. It's floating around out there somewhere. But this was a great song, and it was the virtual B-side to Call My Name. Let's see what's next. United States Division. Okay. You talking about funk. United States Division is one of the funkiest tracks ever. You understand? 77 cents for members. And it was the virtual B-side to Cinnamon Girl. But I have to go home and look at my copies of the Cinnamon Girl single, because it was 2 singles that was released. One overseas and one over here. And I know one of them had Dear Mr. Man live from Webster Hall on it. He performed the Art of Musicology. But nonetheless, United States Division was the shit. Then we had the live video tour where he performed The Question of You, The One, and Fallen. Now, this is also on Bootleg from Idaho, I believe. You know what I mean? You talk about great guitar work, great singing and emotion. The live tour video was all that. The Question of You guitar solo easily is one of the coldest guitar solos ever. This has been floating around for a while. Matter of fact, I think I just saw it on Facebook somewhere. But it's The Question of You, The One, and Fallen, and featuring Candy Duffer singing Alicia Keys' Fallen. So then we got, of course, The Slaughterhouse track listing. $77.77 for members. Silicone, SMG Groove, Why Should I Do That When I Can Do This? Golden Parachute, Hypno Paradise, Props and Pounds, Northside, Peace, 2045, Radical Man, and track number 10 is The Daisy Chain. Dope album. I enjoyed it. You know what I mean? And The Chocolate Invasion, which ultimately I think is the funkiest between the two. With When I Lay My Hands on You, Judas Smile, Super Cute, Underneath the Cream, Sex Me Not, Vavoom, High, The Dance, Gamilla, and You Make My Sunshine. Love the hell out of The Chocolate Invasion. Then we had live from Paisley Park. This was a 3-track download recorded live at Paisley Park in 1995 with the NPG. This was, I'm not for sure if this one was bootlegged or not. I'm not for sure. I don't think it was, due to the fact that it was at Paisley. But I'm not for sure. I have to get the data on that one. You know what I mean? But what he performed was Let It Go, Vicky Waiting, and We March. Members price was $2.29 for this 3-track song list. Then, for me, one of the most controversial tracks that he put on there, because this is such a great bootleg show. You know what I mean? Like, when it comes to this show, it's Strange Relationship Live, taken from one of the most popular bootleg recordings, which is Soundboard, for those of you on volume. Okay, and it's to had other names like First Avenue 1987. It's to have several names, but for those of you on volume, I believe was the first recording, and if I'm not mistaken, the bootleg came out on Moonraker Records. Okay, now if you've heard this show, you know how tight this track is. You know what I mean? Only difference between the track that we got on the NPG Music Club and the recording, for those of you on volume, arguably the NPG Music Club version is the better quality. You know what I mean? So, Strange Relationship Live, when that dropped, it was awesome. But I was a little bit sad because I felt like, you know, I had been one that always said, like, if Prince released his bootleg, his music that had been bootleg, you know what I mean, he can ultimately cut out that middleman in the bootleg community and be done. And this is actually a show that I feel like he could have put out on the NPG Music Club, and it would have been absolutely hot. So let's move on. We got Glass Cutter. Glass Cutter was tight. Glass Cutter was tight. You know what I'm saying? It's one of Coach Mike's favorites, one of Mike's favorites. So, you know, funky ass track. You know what I mean? Loved it. Then we had the Vanguard Video Jam, which was the NAACP award show where he accepted the award and he performed. And the title is Vanguard Jam Video. The video for members was $1.87, an electrifying 12-minute jam performed at the 2005 NAACP Image Awards, featuring Prince, Sheila E., Morris Day, and Jerome Benton, featuring the songs DMSR, Housequake, and the new jam from Prince, Satisfied. You've got to see this video to believe it. It was definitely hot. That was like one of the hot performances that year that Prince had done. So, Vanguard Jam NAACP in 2005. Then we had the Te Amo Corazon single download for 77 cents. Then they had the video on here for $1.77. Beautiful, Loved, and Blessed. Let's see. Black Sweat and the Black Sweat video. And that was it. Now, if I'm not mistaken, I believe it was one more on here. Larry Graham. But I can't remember if that was 07 or 2006. It might have been 07 that they added that. But overall, the Music Club is something that I believe the estate can bring back. And we can buy music from them that way too. You know what I mean? Like, why waste, you know what I'm saying, time and resources when you could just create a site, you know what I mean? You want to get the music out. Plus, I believe they will make a lot of money. You know what I'm saying? So, yo, what y'all think, people? NPG Music Club between 2004 and 2006, I believe, was his best website. Again, he won the Webby for that year, you know. So, get into it, people. This your boy P. Ross, and I'm out.